to day 8 of scoliosis. Today we are going to be doing our exercises standing up, and I'm going to recommend that you maybe have a chair close by, especially if you know you struggle with balance. There is also an option that maybe we are going to be doing stuff where we lift one leg, and you can either use the chair to help or having a yoga block or a box out in front can be helpful as well, just to help you with your balance. The first thing we're going to be doing is elongated tiptoes. So if you actually have any ankle issues or anything like that, please do sit this one out. You can practice your standing breathing instead. If you are going to be working through this with us today, it's going to be working your calves, it's going to be working down the back of your body, your hamstrings, your posterior chain, so really everything down the back of your body, and challenging your balance, which we need to strengthen when we have scoliosis. So what I'm going to get us to do first is have our feet shoulder width apart, or you can take the hands to the hips, have a softness in your knees so you're not locking out your knees. And let's just take a moment to push the hands into the hips and try and find as much lift and length through the spine as possible without letting the ribs flare forward. We want to keep the ribs in and find length this way. We can also take the hands to the top of the head, the crown of the head, and push the head up into the hands to help us just get that extra little bit of lift through the spine. You're going to squeeze your tummy muscles really hard. You can take your hands back onto your hips, and I want you to really try and keep that length, and it's going to be difficult. Then you're either going to stay like this, or you're going to come up onto your tiptoes, and this is where having a chair close by can be helpful for your balance. So you're going to take an inhale, come up onto the tiptoes, and then exhale, slowly lowering back down, trying to keep the length in the spine. Inhaling, coming up onto the tiptoes, getting really, really tall, that little string is pulling you up. Exhale, lowering the heels, slowly back down. Inhale, coming high up onto the tiptoes, that little string is pulling you all the way up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming high up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale, coming high up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, slowly coming down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, coming high up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, down. Inhale, coming up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, down. And let's get one more. Inhale, coming up really, really nice and tall. Getting as long as you can. And exhale, lower. Just give yourself a little shake around, maybe a little dance, a little wiggle. And then we're going to do a little bit of elongation. So we're going to do the forward fold with the chair. So if you do have your chair, you can spin it around, or you can use the surface of a table, a sink, anything that's roughly hip height. So we're going to get some elongation. I'm going to recommend having your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to take a nice big inhale, keep the spine long. You can sweep the arms up above the head. Exhale, hinging at your hips, taking your hands out in front, softness in your knees, and then you're going to elongate, getting that tabletop position with your spine, and you can get some nice big deep breaths into the back of the body, thinking that your tailbone is going the opposite direction of your head as we decompress the vertebrae and get some space in between the ribs. Let's get one more big inhale. And then slowly as you exhale, you can walk your feet forward and come back up to to standing. Now we're going to be doing our balance on one leg, and I will give you options. This is where you can use a chair to help, or a block to help, or you can just try and balance on one leg without any help, which is difficult, but yeah, we're all going to be at different levels, and that's okay. So what we really want to be aware of when we're coming into this is that we're not letting the hips shift to the side, and we're not letting the hips hike up towards your ribs, especially if you know your scoliosis pattern wants to do that. We're trying to hold ourselves up and out of that pattern. So maybe if you know you're going to use a chair or a block, have that out in front. I'll just demonstrate. If you are going to use your chair, you're just going to bring your foot onto the chair like this, or onto the block like this. We're going to get ready, hands on the hips. Let's get that long spine. Squeeze the tummy muscles, trying to keep the hips level. Get that little string to pull your head up to the ceiling. Let's shuffle the weight over to the left leg. And then we're going to raise the right leg, and you're either going to bring it onto the chair, onto the block, or none of those, and just have it floating with your knee in line with your hip. Flex your toe and check that your hips are still level. Check that you haven't shifted to the side, and that little string is still pulling you up towards the ceiling. Woo, working our core, our balance. There's lots going on here. Hip flexors. Remembering to breathe. We're almost there. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly lower. Let's just give the hips a little wiggle from side to side. Definitely gets the glutes working as well. And then we're going to get ready to go on the other side. So remember, you can use your chair, you can use a block to help. We can have the hands on the hips. We're going to push the hands down into the hips, create that lift through the spine, squeeze the tummy muscles, bring the weight over to the right leg, and then lift the left leg off the ground, either onto the chair, the block, or have it hovering. Flex the toes, be aware of what your hips are doing, make sure you're not hiking it up or shifting to the side. Breathing here, try to stand really strong and still. It's not easy. Remembering to breathe as we're working on our strength, balance, stability, scoliosis corrections. Woo. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering back down. Give yourself a little shaky out. And then what I'm going to get us to do, standing feet shoulder width apart, I'm going to get us to take a big inhale, sweep the arms up nice and wide, open through your chest, maybe look up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we're going to take the hands, wrap them around the body, bring your chin towards your chest, round into your upper back, and just give yourself a big hug. Again, we're going to inhale, open up the arms, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, let's give ourselves a big hug, tucking the chin in. And then one more time, inhale, open the arms. Exhale, give yourself a big squeeze. Well done for coming to today's Scolimus. And I do recommend that you do this again, practice it again. But I want to keep this video short and sweet, so I'm going to get us to finish bringing our hands together in heart center, getting a nice big inhale in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more big inhale in and out. Well done. And as a little treat if you are in the competition. The next word is monster. So write that one down. Well done for coming to today's class, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.